Attention altcoin fans, we have breaking news. The Elliott Wave Oscillator has just printed a green bar for the first time in 4 years. What does this mean for you and your favorite altcoins? We are going to get to it, but it's very, very exciting news. We're going to be covering that as well as what's happening right now in the Stochastic RSI. We have some similar price action to what we've had back 4 years ago in 2020, finally coming above this level and getting into this zone that we're in right now. At the bottom of our screen, the RSI, we're trying to print a bar into this red zone. What does that mean for Bitcoin? Do we think we're going to get rejected from this level? And what does it mean for you and your favorite altcoin? That and more coming up. It's time to buckle up. Do you want more altcoin coverage? I'm doing an exclusive bonus trade alert video for free on our email list with Cardano ADA. The comments were flooded with begging for Cardano ADA. Wait till you see what I'm about to show you. Completely free on our email list. Go to cryptocrewuniversity.com. If you're not on our email list, sign up there. You do not want to miss what I'm about to show you. Now, let's jump into it. We're on the total market cap excluding Bitcoin. So what you see in price action is all of the altcoins combined into one. And what you see in the middle of your screen, the Elliott Wave Oscillator, just printing this little green bar, changing a trend in all of altcoins. We're going to get to that, but let's start with right here, the Stochastic RSI, finally getting its head right above this level of 85 on your monthly chart, okay? So we're on the monthly chart here, and what happened was we had a Stochastic RSI cross up back here when we were just breaking out of our bull flag, right? Similarly to what we did before. We were in this bull flag back here in 2018 into early 2019, and as soon as we had that Stochastic RSI break up, that's what broke us out of that bear flag. From there, it was a journey right to the top, right? And you can see from this point, from March 2019, it took us all the way until July of 2020 to finally break above this 85 level in the monthly Stochastic RSI. And we actually held some support after a quick breakdown. What we're seeing right now is very similar action, because what we did prior was we broke up here above this 85 area, and then we printed our first green bar. What did we do this cycle? We finally had that cross up and really used our muscle to get above this 85 level. And as soon as we got above there, boom, printed our first green bar. Things are getting very excited in the altcoin market. So let's cover at the bottom of my screen, the RSI, right? What you want to know about the RSI is that it measures overbought and oversold. It's on a range from 0 up to 100. Back in the glory days of 2017, we reached a monthly RSI of 100, which is ridiculous, meaning altcoins were as far overextended and as far overbought as you can possibly humanly get, right? And then we had this next pivot high, which told us that we had bearish divergence, right? We had a higher high in price and we had a lower high in the RSI, meaning bearish divergence was underway, which told us that a trend reversal was underway. And boy, did we ever. Tilt your phone to the side and subscribe. It was a beautiful cup formation down here at the bottom with pivot lows around 44. In our most recent structure, we had pivot lows around 42. But when you look at it, we had our next pivot high in the glory days of April of 21 back up here when we were almost at our all-time high. And once again, showing incredibly strong bearish divergence up near the top, meaning this was our pivot high, this was a lower high. While the altcoin market made a high and a higher high, our indicator made a high and a lower high. Same thing, our market cycle top was defined by bearish divergence in both cases. And then we had a subsequent downfall, right? What we're falling into right now is we're trying to get into this zone. This is a critical zone with market structure coming from October of 16 and market structure coming from June 21. We also have a pivot right here in November of 20, and the top of this channel is dating to our pullback of October 17 and our resistance of November 21. So you have this channel from our bottom of our channel holding resistance at 70 and the top of our channel holding also resistance currently at 82. So if you go from 70 to 82 on a monthly chart with all the altcoins, you see this beautiful zone here that we are currently trying to peek our head into. Literally at the moment trying to peek our head into here. Why is this a big deal? Because structurally this is significant. We have a pivot low here and here holding a resistance, right? You can see that once we break this support zone, it becomes resistance. It's resistance right now until we actually get above there and confirm it as support. But let's get to the star of the show here. You can see, structurally how we're looking, right? We had this bull flag, we had this breakout. It still took us a lot of time to recover from that bull flag breakout. And this is when the parabolic run happened, after we recovered and at the start of our green channel, right? One thing that's interesting is we just printed this green bar in the Elliott wave oscillator. Last time we printed a green bar, we stayed green for almost 700 days. The time before that, the cycle before that, we actually stayed green for about 700 days as well. So do we have the next 700 days of green with altcoins? And what does that mean for you in your favorite altcoin? Let's get to what's happening. This EWO, you can go on your indicators and type it in and grab it from there. And in terms of what we have here, our inputs and our style are right here, so you can set it up. But this is the Elliott wave oscillator. Now, what does the Elliott wave oscillator do? It tells you big momentum shifts. It tells you big trend changes, okay? If you look at it, we've got green color and we've got red color, and it's on a histogram. Similar to if you've seen the MACD is on this histogram here, which prints these bars, right? Where the green prints up and the red print down. The higher up, the more bullish. The further down, the longer the red, the more bearish. That's it in a nutshell. But the Elliott wave oscillator is telling us that we have a trend change in altcoins. If you look at it, we just printed this little old bar right here, okay? Now keep in mind, this has not closed yet, right? We're still in the middle of the month. This is a monthly chart, so at the end of the month, we will have confirmed this trend change, but I wanted to give it to you hot off the press because last time we had this trend change was literally right here when we were at this candle back here in August of 2020. And from then, it was just a complete explosion, right? If you look at the August candles, we were still battling this market structure after coming out of a bull flag. And this is when the parabolic run started to happen with altcoins. This is when altcoins started going crazy. And we're just in that scenario now, right? If you look at it, Bitcoin is really flirting hard with an all-time high, and altcoins, the whole altcoin market, is still roughly 30% off of highs. All right, that's significant, and here's why. This green bar, if it prints at the end of the month, is going to spell a big momentum shift. Now, when you look at the histogram, we have the range down here at our angriest point in the market was about -50, and we went up to this range of at about positive 143. Okay, so this was the most bullishness that we saw in terms of the histogram printing, but you can see what happens is we start printing a high, and then we start printing a higher high, and then another higher high, and then another higher high, and then you can see that as we start printing these green bars, the momentum picks up and picks up and picks up. It's like a rocket ship into outer space. The same thing happened on the next cycle. Small bar, small, bigger, 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 up until the absolute parabolic top. So what we see happening is good news in the stochastic RSI, Good news in the RSI coming into this area, and phenomenal news with this green bar printing in the Elliott wave oscillator. So let's get to this 700-day scenario, right? We just showed you in the histogram, we printed 700 days of green, not only in our most recent cycle, the prior cycle, but the one prior to that was also 700 days. Here's what I'll caution you, right? Yes, it's 700 days here. Yes, it's 700 days here. Cold, hard facts, right? If you're new to our channel, we just talk about cold, hard facts, which is why you just subscribed. And if you're interested in altcoins, we just released an exclusive altcoin bonus video with Cardano ADA. People were flooding the comments with it, so we made this video. You can go to cryptocrewuniversity.com. It's free. Put in your name, put in your email, and get it emailed to you right now. Literally right now. So go to cryptocrewuniversity.com and scoop that up. So what we have is this green bar here, representative of 700 days in both cycles that we see right in front of our eyes, just cold hard facts. However, I will caution you. Inside of the 700 days of green, we may look at it as a good thing. However, the market topped here, and then we moved into a bull flag here, and we still remained green. Right? We changed to red when we got out of the bull flag and we had this period of recovery. Same thing recently, right? Bull flag here, we broke out of it here, we turned into red, and it took us sideways here. You can see that we're still red as the market's really moving sideways, right? So sideways action here, still red, sideways action here, still red, bull flag is green, bull flag is green. Where you really want to look at is the top of the market, which was really defined by bearish divergence, mainly in the RSI, right? That's where you took a big warning sign. We got up to 100 here, and then we had a lower high, bearish divergence, higher high in price, lower high in indicator. Same thing happened at our most recent market cycle. So that's what you want to look at in the altcoin market. We may have a very strategic clue come in, which most people will avoid, but it'll be right in front of our eyes, and I will be covering it here. So make sure you subscribe so I can keep you up to date. If we start to see some bearish divergence form inside of our green histogram, it's still a major red flag. But one clue could be the stochastic RSI. If we dig into our stochastic RSI, our momentum, our blue line is on top, still bullish, right? We're in the midst right now of potentially having a cross down, right? This is early days of a potential cross. We're in the middle of a month, but not to worry. We got up into this area previously where we had right here, finally above the 85 level, we did have a cross down, and we held structure at this 85 band here, this upper band, which is defined right here. We held some support there, right? We broke down. The blue line was on bottom momentarily. We regained our momentum, right? This is our momentum happening here. We regained our momentum when we had a flourish to the upside, and that momentum to the upside was the huge parabolic run. Right? No ifs, ands, or buts about it. It came after a little flush out here. Keep in mind, the market's hot, right? Bitcoin is at one of the hottest levels it's ever been historically. In every single bull run, we have pullbacks of 20%, 30%, 40%, 50%, and sometimes even 60 and 70% inside of a bull run, right? If that happens, remain level-headed. Altcoins will still be just fine as long as we hold some support at this 85 level, have a little flush out of our momentum, and then that next wave is the absolute parabolic insanity that will ensue in this cycle as well. You've got to be ready for it, right? We have a huge trigger warning sign with the Elliott wave oscillator. We're moving into key territory here in the RSI. You can see it here. Moving into this red zone with the RSI, which is currently major resistance. And at the same time, we have early warning signs of our potential cross. Altcoin market is right on schedule, according to all of the facts that are right here. And there's going to be a large amount of money to be made once we see this part of the cycle. And it's all going to play out right before our eyes. So go get your trade alert. That's absolutely free at cryptocrewuniversity.com, and I'll see you right back here in the next video. Peace and love to the fellow underdogs. Do you want more altcoin coverage? I'm doing an exclusive bonus trade alert video for free on our email list with Cardano ADA. The comments were flooded with begging for Cardano ADA. Wait till you see what I'm about to show you. Completely free on our email list. Go to cryptocrewuniversity.com. If you're not on our email list, sign up there. You do not want to miss what I'm about to show you.